Welcome to This Week in Astrology. This is episode number 539 for June 22 to 28, 2020. What's new this week? Neptune, ruler of awakening and inspiration, turns retrograde. We also have Venus ending her 6-week retrograde and the peaking of a relationship Grand Trine. And we wrap up with 3 bonus aspects that are not in my written forecast: Chiron and Uranus aspecting Vesta, and an Energizer Bunny sextile between Mars and Saturn. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Benjamin Bernstein, broadcasting from thisweekinastrology.com. I simultaneously record these weekly forecasts as an audio podcast and a video, so you can choose whichever format you prefer. The video version includes my chart graphics for things like lunations and aspect patterns. You can also see these graphics if you read my forecasts online. Just go to astroshaman.com, click blog on the menu bar, and then choose the astrology forecasts category. Please leave me a rating, review, or comment wherever you're getting this episode so that others like you can find it. What's old as we come into this week? We have a waxing moon. Mercury is retrograde through July 12th, Venus through June 25th, ending this week actually. And then longer term retrogrades, Jupiter through September 12th, Saturn through September 29th, Pluto through October 4th. Let's get into our new stuff. On Tuesday, June 23rd, Neptune turns retrograde 2 days after the solar eclipse on the 23rd, and that retrograde is at 12:32 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 21 degrees Pisces. He'll turn direct again on November 28th at 18 degrees Pisces. Personal planet retrogrades, such as the current retrogrades of Mercury and Venus, are quicker and impact us in more obvious ways. But the retrogrades of outer planets like Neptune last about 5 months. Their direction does not have a significant impact on their effect as transiting planets. But their themes are worthy of contemplation, especially when they change directions. How are you doing with your spiritual awakening practices? Are you expressing your inspired creativity? Are you doing dream work or operating consistently in the zone? How about Neptune's low side? Are you having any issues with substance abuse? Are you getting so lost in escapist activities that you're neglecting important matters in the physical world? Are you drifting aimlessly or playing the victim in a relationship? Focusing on Neptune's high side can weaken the lure of its low side. If this strategy is not sufficient, especially in areas such as substance abuse, be sure to seek professional help. What about the impact on your natal chart? Planets are most powerful when they change directions, and Neptune stations retrograde near 21 degrees Pisces. This means that any sensitive points in your natal chart between 18 and 24 degrees of a mutable sign, that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, will be strongly affected by this Neptune station. All right, I'm going to bring up a chart graphic here. Here we go. So let's talk about this relationship Grand Trine peaking on Thursday, June 25th. Would you like your important relationships to smoothly integrate harmony, stability, and variety? You have support from a Grand Trine that started on June 7th, peaks today on June 25th, and ends on July 6th. It includes Venus, Juno, and Saturn. Venus represents relationships and is in diversity-loving Gemini. Juno represents committed partnership and is in the harmonious sign of Libra. Finally, Saturn represents stability and is in paradigm-shifting Aquarius. This flowing aspect pattern will give you a certain amount of these energies for free, but trines tend to be lazy, and this Grand Trine is only moderately strong. So mine the trine with focused effort, one of Saturn's specialties, to enjoy their greatest benefit. Also, here on June 25th, Venus turned retrograde on May 13th, around 22 Gemini, and she turns direct today. Again, that's June 25th, around 5 degrees Gemini, 5 degrees 20 minutes to be exact. As I noted on May 13th, Venus retrograde is a great time to contemplate how her 3 primary themes are expressing in your life. How are your most important relationships going? How are you doing with your creative expression? And how's your financial situation? Venus has been retrograde entirely within Gemini. Do you enjoy enough variety in your relationships? Do they give you enough intellectual stimulation? Are you craving more diversity in your creative expression? Regarding money, would it help to have additional income streams? If you have a retirement fund, is your diversification appropriate for your risk tolerance? When she turned retrograde, Venus also made significant aspects to Vesta, Neptune, the Moon, Uranus, and the North Node. To learn about the themes associated with those aspects, go back to my May 13 entry on Venus retrograde if you want to work with those themes moving forward. Now that Venus is direct, you can begin taking action on the insights you've gained in all these areas. If the change involves release or adjustment, you can start as soon as you like. If a change involves a major new beginning, wait a few weeks if possible. Major new starts have the best support when Mercury is direct and the moon is waxing. That setup will not arrive until July 20th at 1:33 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. To maximize your chances for success in important matters, choose an optimal starting moment using electional astrology. That's a specialized version of astrology that is just ideal for picking best dates for important new stuff. There's a link to that in the show notes. Next, we have our first bonus aspect. It's also on June 25th. It's Chiron square Vesta. In fact, we got two bonus aspects on this day. We also have Uranus sextile Vesta. Vesta is a busy asteroid goddess. Just to give you the coordinates, Chiron square Vesta, Chiron 9 Aries, Vesta 9 Cancer, Uranus sextile Vesta. Uranus is at 10 Taurus, Vesta is at 10 Cancer. So let's first understand what Vesta is about. She's the asteroid goddess of service to a higher cause. She derives her meaning from the Vestal Virgins of Rome. And these were women who gave up the ordinary life of a woman. They even declared celibacy, and they did sacred work in the temples to make sure the city of Rome and that empire was strong and vivid and full of energy. So in our world, we are thinking of Vesta more in terms of, is there some higher cause that I want to support? There's some obvious choices right now. You could, of course, be supporting Black Lives Matter and the cause of racial equality. That's certainly very much in the air at the moment. You could be supporting any other cause that you feel good about. The idea with Vesta is you don't gain personal benefit from it, but you gain great pleasure and satisfaction from supporting something with your time or effort or money or however you're choosing to give that support. So two different planets aspecting Vesta. Chiron, square Vesta. Chiron can be about wounding. So this suggests, okay, is there any issue? Perhaps you've been serving a higher cause of some kind for a while, and now you're seeing some issues. Maybe the cause itself has some wounds you're seeing. You could choose, wow, I need to step in and be a healer or a mentor for this cause. I need to step forward and do something that makes it work better, or offer my advice, my mentoring to the cause in some way. So that's one way you could play with the Chiron square. The Uranus sextile. Uranus is this planet that sends out intuitive hits, and the sextile is a harmonious, easy, and yet strong connection. So you might be getting intuitive hits around higher cause work. Maybe it's really insights into how you can serve your current higher cause better. Maybe it's a hit about a different higher cause you want to work with. Maybe you're choosing to give one up. Uranus is just that intuitive hit where you just know stuff. So it's not like you have to figure it out. You just know. And I do encourage you to trust those intuitive hits. In my experience, and based on what hundreds of clients also tell me when I ask them about this, there is no more reliable source of information than an intuitive hit. That information pops in out of nowhere. You know it in your bones. I believe that's your higher self, the very part that created you, sending you a hint. And when I ask clients, do things go better or worse when you follow those intuitive hits to a person? I've asked hundreds. They all say it goes better when I follow the intuitive hit. And I, years ago, really understood that, and I've just surrendered my own personality to just following the hits. So if you're getting any around the higher cause you're serving, good time to work with that. We'll close this forecast with one more bonus aspect not in the written forecast. For Sunday, June 28th, we have Mars sextile Saturn. That's Mars at 0 Aries and Saturn at 0 Aquarius, 0 degrees and 13 minutes to be precise. And I love to call this the Energizer Bunny aspect, because Mars has all this raw primal energy, and Saturn is all about, okay, let's be mature and responsible. Let's plan it out and make sure it lasts. So you get these two together in a soft aspect, especially, and an energized soft aspect like a sextile. You can have a lot of energy to do the stuff you're wanting to do. So overall, it's just a great endurance aspect. Since it's a harmonious aspect, it's more likely to give energy. And if you think more deeply, here's Mars, even in his own sign of Aries. He just moved into that sign. And that means you've got Mars really, really zooming in on his core ideas of the warrior, the pioneer, the entrepreneur, the sexual, being the one who just does it. And Saturn can give you, again, wisdom. Saturn's the wise elder. Saturn's mature. He's responsible. So you've got all this energy of the youth who just wants to go do stuff, along with the wisdom of the elder who's got the wisdom. And it's really be a cool way to work with this. So Mars sextile Saturn, a lot of great possibilities with there. So that's the end of this week's events. I do want to mention, though, next week we're going to do the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, second of 3 this year. Major, major, major. So be sure to tune in next week to hear about that. I have a few brief announcements for you. This is kind of a last minute. Today, as I record this, Sunday, this is the last day to get a $100 discount on attending the Wildman Gathering. That's going to be August 14 through 16 near Asheville, North Carolina. The theme this year is Free Your Wild Man. I didn't put this in the post, but I'm a full staff member this year, and I'm involved with the planning of the event, and will be one of the core people, running the whole thing and facilitating it. So very excited to be stepping up this year. So here's the info on that. This is, by the way, for men only. Sorry, ladies, but there are Wild Woman events also from the same folks. And if you're a female and want to get into similar stuff to this, then on a female level, you can do that too. Anyhow, here's what I want to tell you about that. Heed the call, dive deep, free the wild man. This is a weekend of elemental initiations for men. We're going to do earth, connect intuitively with the forest and the earth, air, journey together through breath work and live music, spirit, drop in deeply with your brothers and invoke your wild man through mask creation, fire, rebirth through an ancient fire trance dance ceremony, water, wash away false masks in sacred mountain waters. Co-create your destiny in alignment with your soul's true nature. Men, when your life is filled with passion and aliveness, when your cup overflows, when you hold a deep, resonant stillness within, only then have you embraced the wild man. The wild man is the healthy, sacred, timeless masculine living in harmony with all his relations, including the earth. A thriving relationship with the wild man allows you to make life decisions drawn from the deep well of your timeless soul. You have access to collective memories and dreaming. When you long for something more, the wild man feeds your hunger. Wild man retreats are 100% experiential. You will go within, you will go deep, you will dance, you will bellow and scream, and also sit in deep stillness and silence. Embrace the wild man within, you'll walk away a new man. This Sunday, June 21st, the day I'm recording this, is the final day for early bird registration. You can save $100, but even if you register after June 21, this amazing experience is worth every penny of the regular tuition fee. Next, everyone's welcome to participate in most Awakening Plus calls for free. Here are micro descriptions of the June online events remaining. On June 23rd, this Tuesday, as I record it, Heal Your Wounded Inner Child with Sandra Pelly. Do you experience challenges in your relationships, work life, and daily activities? Many negative emotions that contribute to these difficulties, including guilt, shame, and unworthiness, were seated in your first 5 years of life. On Tuesday, June 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, you'll have a chance to heal the little you at the heart of these issues. Awakening Plus guest presenter Sandra Pelly will gently guide us into sacred space. Hand in hand with your little you, you'll journey back to an epicenter moment from your childhood, an emotional wound that's causing undesirable behaviors and reactions. Sandra will help you heal this traumatic childhood memory, and she'll make sure that you feel secure and comfortable throughout the process. I'm really looking forward to experience this with her. We also have, and I've just moved my, forgive me a sec here, I've moved my thing all the way around here. All right, here we go. We also weekly are doing a New Earth support call every Saturday at noon Eastern Daylight Time until further notice. We'll create our sacred container, invoke embodied awakening, and then flow energy to support the more awakened new Earth currently blossoming. The divine always rewards us with personal spiritual upgrades and profound bliss. We've been doing this for probably close to 2 months now, and it's different every time. It's amazing how much variety we get within this simple, basic idea. Awakening Plus features at least 3 live streaming events each month, although I'm currently offering many more to support you during the pandemic. Most events are open to everyone for free. The archive of over 240 transformative events, accountability partners, and the forum are available exclusively to Awakening Plus members. Learn more at awakeningplus.com. And you'll be happy to know this time I have a very brief announcement on my eclipse readings, much shorter than before. 3 powerful eclipses happen on June 5th, June 21st, and July 5th, and they can all affect your most important relationships. These 3 eclipses will influence you in many critical ways for the next 12 months. Let me show you how to harness their energies to make your life more wonderful. These eclipses impact 37% of your natal chart. Any sensitive points in your chart will be strongly affected in the following ranges: in the mutable signs, 10 to 21 and 25 to 29 degrees. That's Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And in the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, between 0 and 19 degrees. I can help you make the best use of these powerful eclipses, as well as your other important astrological influences. There's a link in the show notes. That's all the announcements. Thanks so much for being here. Once again, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with astroshaman.com. I can serve you with astrology readings, shamanic healing, awakening activation, astrological event timing, and one-of-a-kind life coaching. All my one-on-one services are equally effective in person or long distance. And during the pandemic, I've dropped my rates significantly because so many people are experiencing financial hardship. I also offer an unbeatable price on SolarFire, the #1 astrology software for Windows. And as I mentioned, I run the Awakening Plus online membership for spiritual support. You can learn all about this and more at astroshaman.com. Learn more about all this and more in the show notes. To see them, go to astroshaman.com/539. Again, astroshaman.com/539. Please reach out if you have any questions. My email is info@astroshaman.com. My number for voice and text is 828-338-9852. Again, 828-338-9852. I would love to connect with you. We are wrapping up this episode. Once again, please leave me a rating, review, or comment wherever you're getting this episode so that others like you can find it. This Week in Astrology is honored to be one of the internet's top 10 astrology podcasts. Check out our website where you can hear the show and subscribe to podcast updates. You can also do a single sign up for 2 great opportunities, chances to win a free consultation and possibly have your chart interpreted on the show. Go to thisweekinastrology.com. From there, you'll be redirected to the This Week in Astrology area of astroshaman.com. Whatever your sun sign, my forecast can help you make the best use of the current astrological energies. All dates and times are in the U.S. Eastern Time Zone. Events are most powerful on the dates listed, but their influence will be active for at least a week before and after. Everyone's affected by these global transits, but you'll be most powerfully impacted when moving planets activate sensitive points in your natal chart. Discover how these transits will personally affect you by booking a session with me. You can go to astroshaman.com. On the menu bar, it says Services. First pull down, Astrology Plus. Thanks again for spending this time with me. Stay safe, stay healthy. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way.